So here is actually some of the code I've been writing so far. You can see how I can define a new DAV identity, how I can define a need for charging service. This is from the point of view of the boat.
So this is integration simulator of consumer and provider of vessel charging.
The layout is the basics for the application where all the components will fit in.
So one of my focuses this week is on the autonomous boat project we're doing together with the California Maritime University. The team over there has already built a boat. They have the onboard computer, putting the final touches on that. And what I'm actually doing is integrating that together with the DAV Network. So here is actually some of the code I've been writing so far. You can see how I can define a new DAV identity, how I can define a need for charging service. This is from the point of view of the boat. This is all also documented in our developer portals, how you define everything, the different messages that Chai has been working on, the need, the bid, all of the different parameters that go into that. I have an instance of our DAV Network node running in the background, a full developer environment. I have the command line tools. So by doing the integration myself, I actually get a chance to experience the SDK as a developer using it. And that's a great chance for me to find new opportunities to improve it by making it easier to use, more flexible and more powerful, and finding ways to improve our documentation.
So this is integration simulator of consumer and provider of vessel charging.
So just yesterday we received from Professor Holden at the California Maritime University some pictures taken by Nemo, the autonomous boat. Nemo is actually already able to go out to sea, follow a few waypoints autonomously, collect measurements, and then when it needs charging, it connects to our network and requests for those services.
The provider will receive this need and will create a bid. Okay, and the consumer will receive the bid and accept it and create a mission, and then they start to communicate between themselves. So let's run it and see what's happened. You can see the need was received by the provider and bid was created. The bid was received by the consumer and selected, and now mission created. The mission received by the provider, and the provider sent the message to the consumer. Mission has been started. After we receive charging complete message, the consumer will sign the finalized mission contract, and the tokens will move from the contracts to the charger account.
I'm working on driver app, the main layout and the menu.
So we're taking a completely component-based approach to building our ride-hailing app. And when Anatoly is speaking about building the layout, a lot of what he's doing is taking the different components that make up the app and breaking them down into small reusable components. So by building our code as small reusable components, you can not only divide the work better between the team and the open source community, you can write less code, but just as important, you can write safer code that has less bugs.
So we have a React application which has a container like this one, the application container. It has a header and a footer, and it has the in-between. So what I need to do is to make it look like this. It's the map inside, and the header is this black bar, and it has a left button will open the menu, and the menu will contain certain elements that will present different navigation options for the application.